Okay, so a generic animal class is sort of interesting, but there's not just a thing out there called animal. And actually, if you wanted to make this so nobody could create a generic animal, you could write the keyword abstract right there, which prohibits anyone from creating a object of type animal directly. It's unnecessary right now, just know that it exists. But we'll create an animal, and let's create one called cat. And we're going to say cat, and this is critical, extends animal. And so now cat is a particular type of animal, but cats have additional things. We're just going to, for the sake of a demo, say that a cat has a favorite toy. So public, or this will be a private field, string, fave, toy. And the cat now all of a sudden has this additional string that represents its favorite toy. Now let's create a cat constructor, public cat, and this cat constructor should take in all of the things. Well, it can be a generic one, and it should provide additional information. Super, it'll call the, so what this is it calls the superclass's generic constructor. So animal has a generic constructor, and cat just called it. So it's asking animal to generate and to provide default settings for all of the instance variables up above. But it's good practice to give values to all parameters inside all fields inside constructors. So our constructor for cat needs to also give a value to fave toy, and we're just going to say this is a generic toy, because this is a generic constructor and we're just trying to remember that. We can also create a more specific constructor, and we need to ask ourselves, why is this upset? Rename method cat. Oh yeah, because they're the same, they don't have any parameters. So we can say that a cat needs to take in all of the information that an animal takes in. So we can provide a specific constructor that takes in a string for name, num lives, and is aggressive. So string name, int num lives, and a boolean for is aggro. And then also we want to take in a string for the new parameter fave toy. So our constructor, now wouldn't it be great if our constructor, because it's an animal object in addition to being a cat, if it could just like ask the animal class to do things for it, which we've done here with super, and you can. So you can pass all these things along to the animals constructor and let it take those values and store them in the appropriate fields. So we can just say super name num lives is aggro and fave toy, and let the animal class deal with all this stuff. Oh, we don't need to do fave toy, right? Because there isn't an animal constructor for fave toy. We still have to deal with fave toy though, because it's specific to a cat. So this dot fave toy equals fave toy. And so this is one way to provide a cat object with all of the abilities of an animal. And we're going to go over into the runner program and kind of play around with these things to show you in the next video. But here's a couple constructors and the ways we use super constructors. All right.